Every business owner knows the importance of sales in their business. Today we'll have a look at how to use advertising to increase sales in your business. Sales and marketing are two words often used in business. Marketing, at its most simple level, are the various things that you do to generate inquiries from prospective customers. Sales then covers the activities that you undertake to convert those inquiries into sales. Sales that will turn up in your profit and loss statement. An effective way for some businesses to generate inquiries is through the use of advertising. In the following videos, we'll meet Victorian plant nursery owner Chris Lucas from Chris and Mari's plant farm. He's harnessed the power of advertising to increase inquiries and sales and grow his business. Today we'll focus on three specific areas. First of all, increasing your advertising effectiveness. Secondly, creating word-of-mouth advertising. And then thirdly, generating ideas for your advertising campaigns. There are many types of advertising. There's paid, which includes television, radio, print and online, to name a few, and unpaid, which includes free word of mouth and free media exposure. In the following video, Chris will provide us with some handy hints on how to maximise paid advertising effectiveness.
He employs around 90 staff with a turnover of $13 million annually. But things weren't always this rosy.
Well, 7 years ago we were basically going backwards. We didn't really have the key to how to sell plants and how to get customers, and basically our creditors were sliding out. We couldn't really pay our overdraft, and we were struggling to pay our wages.
Then Mari, his wife of 25 years, dragged him to an advertising seminar in Hong Kong.
It was 4 days, 12 hours a day, and really good people there. So I set a goal, and the goal was to get the answer of how to really sell plants.
Hello, it's Chris.
And Mari.
Don't advertise all over the place. Concentrate your firepower in one media which you're able to dominate.
And dominate he did, tripling his plant sales. He now spends $1 million a year on possibly the most annoying but memorable TV commercials ever.
Some of the key points made by Chris include the following. Focus on one particular media at a time. So avoid spreading your advertising budget across various media like TV, radio, print and online, just to name a few. You'll get the biggest bang for your buck if you focus your message through one media at a time. Repetition. By focusing on one medium at a time, you can maximise the number of impressions and exposures that a prospective customer will get. Not only does that mean they'll see your ad more often or hear it more often, but they'll be more likely to remember it. Stand out from the crowd. You need to have a point of difference, something that is unique that will get the attention of the audience that you're after. Don't be afraid to look silly if it means that you'll stand out and that you'll get noticed. Sometimes the best way to make sure that your ads stand out and to ensure that they're memorable is to do something that really gets people to pay attention. Invest money to make money. Chris invests over $1 million a year on advertising. Now it sounds like a lot, but the return to his business in inquiries and sales far outweighs the outlay that he makes. Now if your budget is more limited, perhaps choosing another form of media, concentrating your dollars there, will be the best way for you to stand out. The most powerful and valuable form of unpaid advertising is positive word of mouth. Not only is it free to your business, but when someone hears another person, a third party, talking about your products and services, it's much more believable than hearing any advertising from the company itself. In effect, these people become a free sales force for your business, and that's better than any amount of money can buy. The key to ensuring that you get positive word-of-mouth advertising is to regularly get feedback from your customers. It'll tell you how customers are feeling about your product or service, and it will also pinpoint areas that you can further improve on. Feedback also understands any problems that the customer might be having with your product or service. And by doing so, it ensures that you can improve your products and services to reduce any of those problems in the future. Let's have a look at how Chris goes about getting feedback from some of his customers.
We need to take your car as well.
Despite the size of his growing plant empire, Chris believes feedback from customers is vital to business.
This is number 1 Blossom Court.
So he tries to spend around 20 hours a week getting out and about. who says only doctors make house calls.
This has grown a little bit here, but
Not much at all,
It's
no.
growing outwards a bit.
Well, actually, it's interesting, there's layers.
Yeah,
There's a moist layer, then there's a dry layer, and so the water isn't moving well through the soil, which would partially explain, and also I'd say the soil's a bit hungry, which would explain the poor growth of those roots for 1 year's growth are terrible.
As we just saw, Chris spends about 20 hours a week getting out and visiting customers to understand how they're using his products and services and understanding any problems that they might be having. Not only is this a sure way to ensure the customers are having a great experience, but it maximises the chances of positive word-of-mouth advertising. But you need to be warned, because word of mouth goes both ways. If people have a good experience in dealing with you, they'll say good things about you and your company and your products and services. But if they've had a negative experience, not only will they spread around bad word about you, but they'll tell a lot more people. So train your staff to treat every customer interaction as critical, because that might just be the difference between gaining multiple new customers or losing out on many opportunities.
The street we're in Los Angeles. It's winter, but Chris wears his Hawaiian shirt.
While strolling down a Los Angeles street, Chris fell in love with a garden hedge. Haven't we all? And just had to shoot a commercial right there and then.
And then Mari started going crook at me because she realised that it wasn't quite a holiday in LA, we had to make a TV ad. And we went back to our hotel room and we grabbed the yellow pages, and I went through the yellow pages looking for a TV camera crew.
Hello, it's Chris.
Where are you?
Here,
Where?
behind the neighbour's big aunts, and I'm nude!
We ended up with an absolutely fabulous TV ad, and that product, The Neighbours Be Gone, is our most successful product.
That's so big, you can run around in the nude!
Chris Lucas is a man with a gift for looking silly successfully.
$3.90.
No, I didn't know.
7 years ago, he was facing complete ruin, but now he's amongst the country's most successful nurserymen.
I've actually given lectures on marketing wearing this pink tutu.
We do little hand things, sort of like these.
Yeah, you got
Pear trees.
That's it.
Okay, and go, guys.
They're rooted garden roses.
You were milking them for everything you could get, weren't you?
I always think that that's the difference between an idiot and a genius, is when it pays off. You're a genius, and if it doesn't pay off, you're an idiot.
Okay, that's a wrap.
One of Chris's most successful new product ideas, and perhaps most memorable ads, came about while he was on a holiday trip to the United States. Chris spotted a great new product idea, the Neighbours Be Gone hedge, which shielded you from the prying eyes of your neighbours. He even interrupted his holiday to actually shoot the ad while he was there, much to his wife's chagrin. The unique selling point of the product became central to the ad, with Chris running around in the nude to prove that the hedge lives up to its name. The ad was very different and it was memorable. The product went on to become Chris's biggest selling item that season. The lesson? Always be on the lookout for new ways to improve your offering and new ways of reaching your target customers. Ideas are literally everywhere. All you need to do is spot them, act on them, and learn what works and what doesn't. Download the business action plan below to learn more about increasing sales through advertising.